Hello everyone, my name is Gracian and welcome back to episode 1 of Mech Armada. We finished up our episode 0 and the last one, so if you didn't see that one, definitely check that out where I talk about the game. It serves as sort of a bit of an introduction and tutorial. Now, in our last episode, we were at the beginning of a battle, but long story short, I lost a little bit of footage, so this will be my second try at doing this, so we're going to start over. I had a pretty successful run, actually. I ended up finishing that run off camera just so I could get back to the start, and actually ended up with a lot of the meta energy up here and made some interesting upgrades. So I've got some new gear available that I'm excited to play with, so hopefully we'll see some of that in this. We'll probably just do 1, maybe 2 more episodes, including this one, just so you get a feel for it. Because again, I want these NGGs, these new game glances, to be relatively short and just sort of an introduction. So with that, let's get started. So we'll start our first battle here. Should look extremely similar. Yep, there it is. So we want to make sure we get this meta energy if possible. So what we want to do is, because we have a range of 2 on this mech with our gun here, the double, 2 to 5 damage at range 2. These guys have a range of 1 movement and 1 range for their attack, so we should be able to kite them forever. We'll collect some energy if we can here in the center, this energy node we talked about in the last episode. But we do want to go get this meta energy, so what I'll probably do is kite in this direction. End our turn here, so we'll get 3 energy off of this tile, which is very important because, again, we're only going to get 5 energy at the end of each battle, and we can hold 18. So we want to gain as much of this as we possibly can. So let's see here. We can move after our action. Now the problem is 1, 2. So yeah, so we can shoot this guy here. Actually kill him off, which is really nice. And then we'll move this way. We won't get any more energy, but I want this meta energy, which is, again, our resource for upgrading things outside of a run. It's sort of what makes it a roguelite rather than a roguelike. So we'll shoot this guy. Move after shooting. And actually, we'll get closer. We might be able to get... No, we'll kill this guy next turn. You can see, like I talked about, here's that wall of fog creature. Here we go. So yeah, kills instantly any mechs or swarm, advances 1 tile per turn. So this will get closer and closer, so it puts a timer on the battle. Okay, so we've completed our first fight. Very, very easy first mission there. We get 5 energy from our generator, 7, what is this called? Credits, 7 credits. So we have some of this upgrade material, and we have more energy so we can spawn in some mechs. So this is where we want to start buying some parts, probably as soon as possible, because these guys will not do us for very long. So let's head on over to engineering. So how this works is, and I don't remember if I talked about this in the last episode, but we can develop new bodies, new transports, and new weapons. And in order to make a new mech, we're going to need all 3 unless we disable something we already have, which is something we might do. Because again, all of the parts we have are in use, and each part is actually, it's not unique in that you can't have multiple spawned, but you can't have multiple designed that way. So we have no available parts for new designs. So this first turn is a really good place to develop one of each of these. So let's develop a transport. So we can either take this jet with 5 health, 2 movement, but it can fly over tiles, or the tracks that have moves further on roads, can't use rough tiles, has 5 health and 2 movement. So this is 1 point cheaper than the jet. I think the jet's probably going to do us better here. This is not something that super excites me because it can't use rough tiles. It's only 1 point cheaper, but isn't any better in any other way, really. So let's take the jet. The jets are pretty squishy overall. In this case, this is actually pretty good because it's not the mini jet, but we'll see what we can do. So now let's develop a body. So that was the transport. So we have a system of movement. Now we need a system of health and there's other perks you can get here, but it's mainly health and then mount slots for weapons. Okay, so we can develop the Gambler. 4 health, no armor, 2 weapon slots, always roll max damage. Oh my god, that's cool. Or the Commando. 2 weapon slots, 5 health, adjacent mechs get +2 damage. Well, those are both a really interesting idea. I think I want to take this Gambler because we have the double that does, what is it, like 2 to 4 damage times 2? So this would mean that we're going to do 8 damage right off the bat. So let's develop the Gambler. It's weird that it has a head. Looks like a human-looking head. So let's develop a weapon. We have the Sniper. Okay, here we go. So this has a big range, 5 to 10, but if we put it on the Gambler, we'll have a range 3, 10 damage dealer. That's crazy. And here's a heal gun. Now this is a very good item, but this Sniper is very exciting, to be honest. And I actually recently unlocked this Sniper as an item that you can find. So let's go ahead and accept that. So let's head on back to mechs. And what we want to do here is probably... we're going to undo both of these so that we have all available parts. So now we have no mech. So if we were to go into a battle, we would be okay because we have that mech that we started with. That still exists. We just have no designs to spawn in. So it would be a terrible idea, but it is actually possible to do this. So what we want to do is... this body is not perfect for this Gambler, is it? But it would make it easy to maneuver into position. So let's give it the jet body. We'll give it the Gambler. That looks really stupid. Okay, and then let's give it the Sniper. Oh, this is 2 to 5, so this is also 10. But this has a longer range. Oh, crap, we can put both on here. Oh, that is dumb. That's real dumb. But this has a different range. Now, this guy is expensive to bring in, and he's not... yeah... I think we'll do it, because this one can shoot from far away, and then could also get close and do 20 damage to something in one turn, which is insane. So what should we call this guy? This is sort of like... we're gonna call this Mech Bob. This is gonna be our Bob. Now, do we have enough parts for something else? We do. We have the mini tracks, which has more health. So let's do that. And then we'll just give you this machine gun just so we basically remade the starting mech, actually. Whoops. So we can go ahead and... this guy looks so stupid. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So we can start this up now. Fortunately, we have exactly enough energy to spawn in a Bob. So let's go ahead and spawn in a Bob. This is actually the dumbest looking mech I've ever made in this game, ever. It's amazing. Okay, so for Battle 2, it looks like we're starting with packs of trolls. So that the difference here is that until they have 0 health, they're going to do this full damage of 3 times 4. I'm pretty sure that as it takes damage, it does not lose like models in the unit and then do less damage. I'm pretty sure it's going to do that full damage all the time. So that's 12 damage if it hits you. So this is a unit we never ever want to get hit by because we cannot possibly survive 12 damage. We have 9 health and 5 health. So let's head on up this way. Let's try to get control of this node. Oh my god, this mech is stupid. What's with those numbers all over it? Okay. So these guys are real slow, which is really good for us because we can kite them forever. So let's move forward with our Bob and our Mech 1. Now they can't reach us. Again, you can always undo anything that happens so you can make sure that you're safe. So we gain some energy from that tile. So here's where we got to be a little bit careful. Now this one can move after action, so that's really important because we want to shoot and then back away. So we did minimum damage there, but that's okay. Oops, let's undo that because you know what I want to do is I want to move this Bob onto the meta energy. But then we still have a movement point, so we're going to move forward, and then we're going to use our maximum range sniper that does maximum damage. Whoa, it's a bit of a cannon blast there. So I'm going to do something a little weird here. I'm actually just going to end turn without doing anything because I want to get 3 more energy. And we have time because this wall isn't really getting any close enough to harm us yet. So now we can use Bob to see his full damage potential, which is always maximum damage, which is crazy. There's 10 damage there. A lot of damage there. Bob, you look stupid. So now we have a really good energy total and a lot of credits as well. So this is where we probably want to go in and develop some more parts. We can actually start upgrading if we want. We can actually upgrade, and every piece has unique upgrades. So we can see the jet, if we upgrade it, it can now fly over tiles and units. Doesn't gain any health, doesn't gain any movement or armor, but it does gain this ability to fly over units, including your friendly units. So that's actually kind of nice. It's just a shame that it's only a move 2. The Gambler goes up by 6 health, which is a lot. The Sniper goes up to a 10 damage with no variance. So we don't actually need to do that until we are no longer using it with the Gambler. The Double goes up to 3 to 6, so that would actually increase our max damage by 2 on our Bob. And this one gains 3 health if we upgrade it. 3 health here, 3 health here. Once per turn, refund 1 movement point after action. That's actually a super useful ability. I used the hell out of that in my last run with the regular walker. I got the regular walker and I replaced the mini walker, and then I could like move, shoot, move. It was really, really good. And the machine gun here goes up 2 base damage. So these are all actually pretty useful, but I think right now I'm going to develop more parts because I want more options. So let's actually go back to mechs. We actually have available parts. We have a mini walker and a basic. So what would probably be best here would be to grab a weapon, the shield, or another double. Interesting. We could have 2 doubles on our Bob, but I don't see any reason to replace the Sniper. It's just straight up better. Costs some more though, I think. So the shield is something we want to develop so we can make a tank mech. We don't have really the things we need for it yet, so we're going to want like a tanky body for it, I think. Especially a body that has multiple weapon slots, because if it only has 1 weapon slot like this body does, the only thing it's able to do is put a shield up, which, you know, is useful, but it can be a problem when the one in the front can't actually do any damage. Sometimes you get a little bit stuck. So let's go develop one more part. Let's develop another body. So we have Maximus. All parts are upgraded on this thing. Weird. Okay, 4 health and no armor. And then we have the Ranger, +1 range, 1 weapon slot. Oh boy. Well, that's interesting. So this one costs more energy to make, but the parts are upgraded. Oh, 2 weapon slots. I think it's going to be Maximus here. So now what we can do is go and grab a mini walker. We'll slap the Maximus body on it and the shield. Do we want to even purchase this? Even make use of this yet? I don't think we do until we have a second weapon, but we could call it something. We'll call this our... we'll call this the Vanguard. I usually like to use red for my tanks. Actually, this is exactly what I do. Use yellow for my long-range damage, red for my tanks, and then I'll use... usually I'll use like blue for my buff type mechs, and then I'll use like a camo or a greenish color for like my supporting mechs that stand behind the tank and do damage and or buff. That's just sort of the way that I do it, but there's actually a fair number of colors in here, which is super cool, and you can change the light colors and everything. I really like how they did that, and you kind of develop your own system for how you want to color your mechs for battle, which is super fun. Okay, so let's go back. So I think we're ready to start our next fight. So here's where we have a chance to spawn in this Vanguard. I don't think I'm going to bother with it, to be honest. I think we might be good with these ones. It depends on how fast the enemies are. Maybe we do want to do it just in case. Don't want to regret it. So you can see here now, I've played this enough that I kind of know, even though I can't pan around and see what the battlefield looks like, I know what this battlefield is going to be. There's a line of broken things here, and then there'll be another one down here, so there's sort of like an S shape to the battlefield, so I want my walkers over here because they need to move around this way. My flyer can be over here, because we're just going to sail right over here. Yeah, so here's that S shape I was talking about. So here we have a Hornet, flies over tiles and units pretty darn fast. No, it's not. It's 2, but it's got a range of 2 on its shoot, which is 4 to 6. Excuse you. And we have a Wrecker that does 8 damage and knockback. So that will kill both of these and almost kill that one. This one could potentially kill both of these or possibly not. It's a little bit of a gamble. And he's not terribly fast, so that's good for us. He's got a lot of health, though. So we're going to just fly straight on over this. So the way this shield works is you can just pop up this armor. Now, he's got an upgraded shield because of the body, but... oh yeah, refund 1 movement after action. Oh, that's right. The body upgrades the legs. So we can actually move again after we take an action. So he's got 10 armor this turn. So if he took 10 damage, it would do nothing to him, which is fantastic. I want to try to get to this energy. So we want to stop on this meta energy. Go to here. Use our shield. Move forward. So you can see here, it's showing us that this unit's attack, you can see the little hornet symbol, is going to be targeting this one. Now, this one has 10 armor, so he's not going to take any damage. So we can probably safely... Nope, we can't. See, moving this one up here has changed this one's targeting. It would prefer to shoot this one, probably because it knows that this one has the armor. So we're going to undo that move, and then we're going to move this mech only 1 forward and prepare to get closer next turn. Now, as a shooter, I bet you if I move this one to here, yeah, it's the new target. So let's undo that. Enemies are a little bit smart, not terribly smart. I'm pretty sure that'll be the same thing. So we'll just stop here. Oh, I could... Oh, could I have? No, I couldn't have shot it. So now's where we have to deal with this one because it's probably smart enough to... Yeah, I gotta get to here so I can shoot it. So we'll move this one to here. Armor up, and then we'll move to here. This one can't actually get through here now, and it can't kill this one, ever. It'll never be able to do enough damage. So we can move to here. We'll be able to get the energy, but we can still use our long-range sniper here to kill this one. Excellent. So this poor guy over here is not going to be even part of the battle, it looks like. Ooh, that's a 2 knockback. Okay. And it looks like he wants to go after this guy again. So what we're going to do is we're going to shield up. We're going to move back into position. We're going to take 1 shot. And we're going to stand here for another turn and get another energy. And I think I am actually going to do this a couple more times until the wall is here because there's no reason for me not to get like a ton of energy. So let me pause and I'll come back when I've sort of cheated the game a little bit. Okay, so we're back. You can see here that this is telling me that this mech will be destroyed if it stays here at turn end because this fog creature wall thing is coming. Now, we have 15 of 18, so we don't need to get any more because we get 5 at the end of the battle. So we can go ahead and just snipe this thing off with our dumb-looking Bob mech. There we go. So we're at max energy. We've gained a lot of credits here. So do we want to grab another... Yeah, we do need another weapon because this Vanguard doesn't have a second weapon at all, so it's a bit of a waste. And he gets it upgraded anyway, so let's develop a weapon here. We can grab the Medic Drone, spawn a repair drone that heals 6. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Or a mini missile pod. I believe the mini missile pod goes to 8 or 10 damage when it's upgraded. I think... With the shield, we don't need so much healing because it's sort of a lot of armor. So I think we'll go with the mini missile pod just for damage options. So let's go back to our mech. Let's pop this over here onto his other arm. It's looking pretty interesting there. He's got a shield and he fires missiles from behind it. Pretty cool. And then we're all set. So let's go ahead and... Now we'll leave this one up because it could be an emergency spawn that we need during a fight. We don't have enough credits to really make any upgrades. No, we don't. So now we're going to continue on, and can we upgrade this guy? We can't upgrade him, so what we might do here is scrap him. You can only upgrade a mech to the newest version of the model if the parts were upgraded, not if the parts were changed. So because we added a new part onto his arm, we don't have an upgrade option. We have to scrap him, which I'll do. And then we'll spawn in a new one. Let me switch this spot here. There we go. So now this one has a missile pod and the shield. Now this one also has the upgraded missile pod, which does 8 damage, which is awesome because of that cool body we have. Bit expensive, but it sort of frees up our credits for other things, which is a very interesting trade-off. I think our next order of business will probably be to upgrade this. We need like either some other kind of unit here to stand behind this one and make use of his tanking abilities. Oh, you can walk over this rough terrain because you've got the walker legs. Oh, you can too, can't you? Yeah. And of course we can fly over it easily. So we want to grab this meta energy. Let's take a look at our enemies here. We have Rhinotars. Charge in a straight line, knockback does 8 to 12 damage. So that's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem. So they're very slow when they're just moving, but when they get the charge, they can really zip across the battlefield. So let's end turn. This next turn is going to be weird because we've got this weird cross section here. I think I'm going to go ahead and end turn on this with the shield up. Doesn't have a great chance of actually damaging my health, and even if it did, it would be a maximum of 2 points. Gonna move away from its range here. Don't want to be in its range. Same here. I don't know if it would... Yes, it will try to target me, so we want to undo that. I do not know if this one gets knocked back, if it would injure a mech like this one standing behind it. I don't know that. So actually, you know what? We're going to find out. We're going to answer that question here. Oh, no, you can't do that unless you move. I want you on that space. Okay, no. So it cannot be pushed back, and it also does not injure something behind it. Now, you notice it didn't do any damage, which means it rolled 8, 9, or 10 damage against our 10 armor, which is great. If we move to here, this one cannot hit us. For some reason, it just doesn't work that way. Like if it moves this way, it's not facing the right way or something. So this one can, however, so we have to get rid of this one, which is pretty easy here because we can do an incredible amount of damage with this guy here. So let's use this. And the shield. See, this one cannot target this one. So he's going to go here and then charge us, but we have our shield up. So we'll go ahead and accept that because I do want the energy and I don't want to move other people into a position to be damaged. And this guy's already gone, yeah. So I can't do anything else this turn. Looks like I could have finished him off if I had moved to here with Bob, but that's okay. It's just a little bit of a mistake. Sniping a rhino, no big deal. Collected our energy and our credits. So we could start upgrading things, or we could start developing more parts. We do need more parts. We don't have enough stuff to make this second one, and that's because we ended up with 2 bodies that have two slots for weapons, so we ended up developing a lot of weapons. So at this point, we may look for additional options. We do need another transport, I think. So we have the regular walker, that's a good one, or the roller. Now, I just unlocked this one earlier today when I was finishing my last run. So this one is very interesting. It has 8 health, 3 movement. It can move diagonally, it can move further on roads, but it can't take actions after moving. It also gets +1 range. This is a very strange, it's like a siege tank or something. Like it moves into position, sets up, and then absolutely annihilates things, but it can't move and shoot. Very, very weird. I don't know if I want to try. Yeah, you know what? Let's grab this one. Oh, it's big. Cool. Yeah, I want to make use of this one. Oh, so it's got like walker legs, and it's got treads for driving. What a cool What a cool thing that is. So, do we want this for anything we're using now? It would be interesting to make a new Bob out of this one. I think I'm going to do that. We're going to delete Bob. And we're going to, you know what, let's get this out of here. It'll just automatically be yellow if I do it over here. So then let's put our gambler Bob. Still looks silly, but less silly. Let's go ahead and grab his sniper and his double-double. Now, Bob has 4 range on his sniper, but he can't fire after moving. So he's going to go move into position and then, like, sit there and just blast the crap out of everything. Now, wait. He costs 19 energy to spawn in. Now, hang on a second. Our maximum energy in this game is 18. We can never summon this Bob. Wait, that's not true because his parts are in existence already. So this is actually fine. So we'll call this a Siege Bob. If you guys haven't watched my channel before, you should know that I'm really good at naming units. It's like my specialty. So we'll make a jet with a basic and a gun. This is just an emergency cheapo. Oh, 7 energy. Well, that's because it exists. That's right. That's right. I keep forgetting. So this one, because there's already 1 in existence, it costs an extra 3 to summon. You can see there where at the bottom it says spawn 3 times 2 equals 6. So because this jet is already in the game somewhere, it costs more to summon in a second one. So we can go ahead and continue. So we can't summon in a Siege Bob until we get rid of original Bob. That's fine. Looks like we can go boss battle. Oh. Okay, so we've got a Goliath with a tidy 50 health. Resists debuff, so if we had something that lowered his armor or damage or speed, I had a stun gun in my last game. This unit is not, you can't hit him with that. So this is going to be a bit of a troubling enemy here. It's not very fast, but he hits pretty hard. This guy is a little bit more of a nuisance because he's got an effective range of 4 from where he is. This Wrecker, we've seen this before, not too bad, but he will disrupt our formations. So let's get our Vanguard up here. Mech 1, Bob. We can actually move Bob to here. Because he does so much damage, you can kill this off before it ever gets a turn. And this Goliath can't hit us because of the way its movement and targeting works. Now, this one, that's a little bit more of a problem. We may have to wait for that one to come to us. However, we can also get onto this energy. We're only 1 behind, so it won't give us too much. Now, I don't want to summon this in, and the reason for that is, if I did, the parts that I'm summoning in, such as the jet and the gun and the body, would be in use for a very terrible mech, and then that would just increase the cost later on if I wanted to make something else. So it's kind of just a waste of energy. Unless I wanted to pop it into existence to block, which I could do. It can't do anything on the turn you spawn it in during the fight. If you do it at the start, it's fine. But if I did it now, it would be grayed out like Bob here is and not able to do anything. So I don't want to spawn this in because it's actually just kind of pointless. You waste kind of a waste of my energy. So we're at maximum energy now. Now this guy here has a reasonable chance to kill this one off. So I think we're going to take that chance. We're going to move over to here. Let's take the shot. Perfect. We got a 4 and a 2, which kills that one. Now this guy's going to come up here and he's going to hit our Vanguard. So we'll pop our shield up. Maximum damage we can take is 2. This is such a good unit here. So let's go ahead and blast him with our mini missile pod. And then now he's decided that he wants to hit Bob for some reason. That's interesting. Changed his mind. So let's move Bob back and we'll just use the sniper. Bob will take the full damage and die, so we can't let Bob get hit at all. And can't hit with that gun. I think we can finish this Goliath off this turn. So it rolled maximum damage. Now, if it did that one more time, we'd still not take any damage, which is exciting. Looks like he hits everything in front of him, because it looks like the targeting is telling us that both of these will get hit, so it sounds like the AI is going to move him over to here, and then attack both of these positions. But I think we can finish him off right now, because this will do 10, and this will do 10. Yeah, we can finish him off right now. Because of this really amazing maximum damage rolling body, which is super cool. Alright, awesome. No energy because we had max. Got some credits. So now here is where we get a expansion. Now expansions are these things here essentially. So these you always come with, and you can upgrade them outside of battles, out of runs. Sorry. But you can get new power. So let's take a look here. Static defense. Gain 2 armor if you didn't move the previous turn. So this is an ability we'll have on all of our mechs for the rest of the run. Or we can take mechs can move and attack right after spawning. This is an extremely powerful one, and I really, really like using that. This would work well with our new Siege Bob, who would gain 2 armor by just staying still, which he has to do in order to go. So maybe we'll give this one a shot, because I did the other one in my previous run. We have new stuff available in engineering, so let's take a look here. Let's delete this. So we have a jet. We don't have an interesting body, and we don't have an interesting gun. So if we wanted to develop a third mech, we'd really need to develop another body and another gun, so we had something that wasn't terrible. It's not too bad to use this basic body. Once it's upgraded, it gives you 6 health, and it still costs 1 to spawn in, so you can make pretty efficient energy-wise mechs by keeping these basic bodies around. If I upgrade here, yeah. So here, for 6 credits, I can upgrade this from 3 health to 6 health, and it still only costs 1 to spawn it in, so this is actually a super useful body. It's just unexciting. It has no powers, and it only has 1 weapon slot, which makes it extremely uninteresting, but it's still very useful. So the other things we can do with our upgrades here is we can upgrade our shield. We don't need to do that. We don't need to upgrade anything that's on that one mech until we swap it out. So we'll never need to upgrade this shield, basically, which is super cool. Oh, and the reason I don't want to do that is because, as far as I can tell, parts have 1 upgrade. I don't think there are, like, that goes from shield to shield 2.0. I don't think that there's a shield 3.0, etc. So I don't think I've ever found anything that has a 3rd upgrade, so we'll just leave it like that. The jet, let's see, the double. This gets more health, machine gun, and then all of our cool stuff costs more to upgrade. Let's actually take a look at that. The roller would go to +2 range. Oh my god. The gambler would go to 10 health, which is a huge upgrade. Maximus goes to 10 health. The walker refunds. Oh, we have the regular walker. We don't want to upgrade that one. And the sniper goes to Maximus. So really we're looking at upgrading this roller and probably the Maximus, because that's a lot of health to have on our tank mech. So let's do one final battle, and then I think we'll call this New Game Glance to an end here. And then if you are enjoying this game and you want to see me play more of it, just let me know in the comments and I'll come back to it. I'm perfectly happy to do this. I just wanted to be able to make series that are much shorter just to show off games that I'm enjoying right now without committing to, say, 5-10 episodes. So we'll do one final battle here. Let's go ahead and get our... Oh, we can't get this guy in until we get rid of... Let's scrap Bob. We're going to scrap Bob, and we're going to get Siege Bob. I don't want to scrap this one yet because I don't think I'll be... What a unit. Okay, so we have a Basilisk, resists debuffs, and punches fairly hard, but fortunately it's exactly 10. So if we have a little choke point right here, they'll never be able to hurt us, which is awesome. So we got to get... Oh, wait, they could go around this way, though, so to be careful. So Siege Bob will set up like over here. Oh, cool. Yeah, so he switches to rolling mode. They animated that really well. Holy crap, he's fast. What the heck? All right, here they come. All right, shield up. They literally cannot ever hurt this one. Oops. Oh, he can move. What? Oh, because he can go diagonally. That's right. All right, Siege Bob, let's come over here and set up shop. And he cannot use actions after that. Very interesting. He's not trying to go around. I thought this one would try to go around now that the pass is blocked. Interesting. Armor up. Fire the missile. We'll grab this meta energy next turn with Mech 01. We're starting Mech. Give you some time in the spotlight. Let's use Siege Bob, because Siege Bob is awesome. Cool, that was a cool one. Felt like the way I designed my mechs really paid off there. All right, so we've got some more upgrade materials. I think I do want to go ahead and upgrade this roller to 2.0 to give it the +2 range. That's crazy cool. That's so cool. So this guy will have a 5 range on his sniper. I've never seen a 5 range before. That's really, really fun. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Please consider liking and subscribing if you're enjoying the content. I would really appreciate that. If you want to see more Mech Armada from me, let me know in the comments. It's not a very expensive game. I got it on sale pretty recently when I got it, so just, you know, look out for that and try it for yourself. It's very replayable because of all the different ways you can build your mechs. I haven't had 2 games anywhere near the same. I mean, this is something else right here, the Siege Bob here. Really, really fun, and it looks great, and I love how you can go in, like, the parts are all like modular, and you can see that they look different as you build them, and you can change the colors. It's just a really, really cool system. And yeah, again, congratulations Line Code for this really, really fun game. So thanks again everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next series.